Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. We will take a look at Utrust today and just do some price analysis and have a look at some key levels, some areas that we could use to either potentially buy or either use to accumulate or take profit. So we'll start off on the USDT pairing and then we'll push across and check out a BTC pairing too. I don't think there's too much volume on the Bitcoin pair, but we'll check it out anyway. Just a quick look at the general market this morning. Bitcoin's at 38,300. We're kind of malingering around the area now. If you look at this on the hourly time frame, you can see it's pretty much sideways. We are waiting for something to happen, in my opinion, and I think that very crazy times at the minute. Whenever a ruble's taking absolute tanking against the dollar and the GBP, and probably against most of the currencies. In that respect, the dollar is starting to push on quite well. If you look at the dollar, whenever that's pushing up, usually it's not the best sign for Bitcoin, and vice versa. If Bitcoin doing well, the dollar tends to be dropping. So I think we may have a little bit of uncertainty for a few days before things start to level out. I mean, I think we will start to see a little bit of a Bitcoin push coming up, maybe Wednesday, Thursday time. But let's wait and see, because opening up today, very uncertain times with the market and what's going on with the sanctions. So let's take a look at UTK. We'll look at the USDT pairing first, and then we'll go into Bitcoin pairing. We'll start on let's have a look at a weekly time frame, just to have a bigger picture of what's going on. Most assets do look like this at the minute. We've had those all-time highs up here, which we'll mark up now. All-time high was pretty much $1. We've hit that $1 mark, and then since those all-time highs, like the rest of the market, we're having a pullback, which has not been the best of times, but nothing to worry about. 84%. That's what happens in altcoins. You get to see some all-time highs and you get severe pullbacks. Not many altcoins make it, but Utrust is a solid plan, a solid platform, and the use case is solid, so you would expect it to bounce fairly soon. Just looking at this level, let's mark a couple of levels up. We'll use a box method for this one, actually. We'll rectangle, and if you look at these two wicks here, all the way through, 1, 2, 3, I mean, you could say that's a nice clear bottom there. We've had that major dump, pretty much a V-shaped recovery there. And then we have pretty much been downtrending. I mean, you could say we've been downtrending since there. We've been downtrending since the top, but we did that recovery and push back up. So that's the trend line that we need to potentially break at some stage in the future. But dropping down to the daily time frame, in terms of where you should be looking to buy, personally, I think this is a great level around here. It has showed that in the past, as a confluent area. It was a major support area here before we started to push up to the upside. We came back down, 1 wick there, 2 wick, and then we had a bit of a double bottom there before we then pushed up again. We have come back down to this region now. This is an area where we've tapped and pushed to the upside, and Max, you're talking that wick there. I mean, if you look at that, let's just get rid of those and we'll put a horizontal ray on here. Now you'll be able to see that if you look at that wick there, pretty much closed it, wick tapped it right down, and then tapped it right down. That wick is pretty much at 17 cents. It just shows that there's a lot of buying pressure there, and it's, well, you can see, it's just, let's get rid of our box, in fact. You can see here, it was a rejection area. Major support level, support, we did actually lose it there, but we regained it, and then we've wicked it again, so this showing that there's quite a considerable amount of buying pressure at that level. So, if you are looking to buy, I think pretty much anywhere from this current level at 19 cents, ladder it down, maybe ladder it down to something like, if we just put the horizontal ray on again, if you look at this region here, I'd say in that region, that's down at 15 cents, so maybe if you're looking to place some buy orders, ladder them down from around 17 cents all the way down to around, let's call it 15 cents, so maybe 2 to 3 orders within there. I don't think we'll lose that level, to be honest. It's shown that it's a clear confluent area where it's bouncing past. It just mainly depends on Bitcoin. I mean, it's such an indecisive time currently. We've got half of the people thinking we're going to bounce up to 50k. Other half I think we're going down to 1k. It's just either people are fully bearish or fully bullish, and there's not much in between. And I'm kind of sat on the fence at a minute. I mean, just looking back to Bitcoin, I think I'm still bullish. Let's say that. If we did lose this trend line here, I'd flip bearish. So that's my thoughts there. So for now, let's stick with that. Let's stick with that thesis. But going back to UTK, I think if Bitcoin did lose that level, you're going to come down and test these wicks down here, down at 10 cent again. But I don't see it happening personally. I think we will bounce soon. We have had that indecisive time, or should I say market uncertainty, ever since Bitcoin hit those highs. Tension has been growing across the world economically just due to COVID and the fact that we had potential war looming with Ukraine and Russia. It's happened now, so that uncertainty has been taken away. The event has actually happened. I mean, there is still uncertain times with potential, I don't know, nuclear. I don't think I'll get to that, but you know, there's still always a little bit of uncertainty to what Putin can do to carry on this crazy thing that's going on. But that's areas to buy, areas to sell. If we just go back to weekly, and we'll need to see if we're going to weekly levels of resistance up here, which I'm guessing there's not going to be many. Could say that we have. Let's put a ray on here. Look at this. Where's it gone? I've lost it. That level there. So if you look at this area, we're rejected off that red candle, come all the way through, rejected, and then we'll come all through into rejection here. So that's at 24 cent. I think that's going to be a decent area to sell. And also 20 cent. I mean, round numbers. People like, well, I mean, we're close to it now, aren't we? We're rejected off that. Close now. I think there's a good chance that if you're looking to take profit, you're going to look at 25 cent first. I think 20 cent's too close to be taking any profit if you're currently buying at these prices. So 25 cent is that first level. An ultimate aim is to get back above this downtrend here. I think we need to get back above that to form any type of bullish price action. So we're looking for really a push up above 25 cent. Hopefully go and target this downtrend here. Probably get a rejection off it so far, and then hopefully a breakthrough, a drop, and then a push to the upside. That would be what would happen in a bullish scenario if the market did allow. But let's wait and see, because, like I say, uncertain time. So a couple of levels there for you to buy. We did say if that's from 17 cent all the way down to 15 cent. Levels to sell, you've got 25 cent. And then you've got this downtrend to aim. It depends where we are at current times, but you're looking at around anywhere from 30 up to 33 cent. I think that's going to be a decent area for you to sell. God knows what's going to be that line. I think I must have had too many beers at weekend. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a close above 25 cent. Hopefully get a few daily candles above that. Attack this downtrend, hopefully flip that to support, and then go on. As you can see here, there's a lot of liquidity around here, so this is a major area that we need to get back above. You're talking around 47, 50 cent. Around that area is an area that we need to start getting back above to really regain any bullish narrative. Just looking at a couple of things, let's have a look on the daily time frame again. Have a bit of a zoom out, and we can see if there's any structure forming. So we had the lower low here on the move up. We then had a lower high, which was great. Lower, higher low, then a higher high, and then the market pulled back. So what we're looking for now is going to be a new lower low forming here. We are then looking for a nice lower high, followed by a higher high, and hopefully we'll start to get some bullish price action going back up there. EMA 50, EMA 20. We've had a bearish cross here on the 18th of January. Market's been dropping ever since. The price action really needs to get back above this 20 to start. As you can see, we rejected off at 20. And then for any long positions or spot positions, really, long term, in my opinion, you need to be back above that 50. I think if you get back above that 50, potentially get a bullish cross in the next few weeks, I mean, you might then go in and target that downtrend. Other side is pretty much down towards the floor, down at 37%. Still plenty of room to drop if it needs to do, but as you can see, big wide space above where we can see some positive price action, hopefully. Quickly, we'll just take a look at the BTC pair, what that's doing, and then we'll wrap this video up today. A few thoughts on pretty much the market there and my sentiment across the market. Chart looks very similar, doesn't it? Let's get rid of moving averages. Bearish cross there again, 2050 Jan, so that's a little bit later on the BTC pair, but let's have a zoom out, get rid of all that crap now. It's pretty much going sideways, isn't it? You can say that we got a nice potential bottom around there. We did lose it there. You could say that's a bit of a divergence. And then you could say it's just pretty much range bound, isn't it? You got the highs there, you got the lows here, and it has just been bouncing up and down in some type of accumulation potentially. That is, it could be accumulation that we are forming now. Who knows, might start going back up and target about 1500 Satoshi's region. But if you're looking for buys, I think this region here, down at 510 sats, is a decent level to potentially target. You have got this region down here. If you look at that there, resistance, I mean, it was a nice support area down at 370 sats. So if you're looking for buys, maybe ladder them down, 500 down to 360 sats. That could be a decent area for you to target. But that's it. We're not going to look at any levels to take profit because the market is basically fucked at the minute, so we're not looking at any profit regions on the Bitcoin pair. I'm still expecting more downside on that Satoshi pair if Bitcoin does go on a rally. So that's going to do it. That's my thoughts today. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.